Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 da, da. I know telling me in the bedroom. I know all your kids like I need a leg room. You know when I need a restroom. Hit it from the back, I had to bless you. Cut it off in the kitchen. I know right before you come into wish on. Hands around her neck, she like submission. She only gave me one condition. And she said, oh, yeah, turning me on. I don't feel like this all life long. I said, oh, yeah, turning me on. I don't feel like this all life long. And I just want there to use it. There, think of me any hard do's use. Cool. I think we got that figured out. I believe we're good. Um, oh, yeah, real quick. Let me well, well, I thought I was gonna be able to do that. Anyway, I'm rambling, doing the shit. What's good, chat? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's up? Um, you know what I mean? We're here. Welcome. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you don't know who I am, where you are, or where in the hell you just landed, welcome to the Cozy Clubhouse. Hold on. Let me take Snitch 9 off the screen real quick. All right. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Welcome. If you don't know who I am, where you are, where in the hell you just landed, this is the Cozy Clubhouse, the coziest, chillest, uh, funniest, most innovative music channel on Twitch. Um, and I am your host with the most, Bambi, aka Bambi X Bambi, aka Poppy Wavy, aka capital H, capital I, capital M. Bottom line, I'm just him. And yeah, if you're not familiar with me or what it is that I do, I am a artist and entertainer, producer, YouTuber. I stream here on Twitch and on Kick. Um, yeah, I yeah, I react to stuff. I make beats. Um, I sing songs that make. Not gonna finish that sentence, but uh, you know what I mean. I make pop music for all people to enjoy. Um, yeah, that's how I'll do that. I'll word that like that. Type beat, type shit. Um, and yeah, and very very soon we will be playing video games on this channel. Um, I'm not gonna sit here and like give a specific date because I feel like I've been doing that for like far too long with my community, and I'm not gonna sit there and say that they've like given up hope, but it's just like that thing of where it's just like they just like they're probably to the point of where they're just like nigga just let me know when you go stream their games or whatnot. Um, but yeah, that's that on that. As far as that is concerned, and yeah, this is the cozy clubhouse. You know what I mean? Get your jammy jams, get your warm cookies, your eateries, uh, your indulgibles if that's what you do to get cozy and comfortable. Um, yeah, hang out and have a good time. It is the holiday season, so you know what I mean. I just definitely want to say, wishing each and every one of y'all that are watching this probably a day late, a week late, a month late. Um, wishing each and every one of y'all the coziest and comfortable of and most, you know what I mean, the happiest and the coziest of holidays. Um, we do love y'all. Um, and if you are watching this a day late on the Cozy Clubhouse TV channel, what the hell are you doing? Come over to Twitch, come over to Kick, um, hang out with us, and come spend some time with us, man. Come do the things, or else, or else. No, I'm just kidding. Because then YouTube gonna be like, you threatened people, you threatened them, you threatened them. Guideline strike. You're threatening people. It was a joke, YouTube. Jesus on high. Um, but yeah, man. So the boy Patrick CC dropped a new video. Shout out to the homie Patrick CC, and it's titled "Rappers Who Destroyed Their Careers with One Mistake." Already starting off on a good note. It's got 6ix9ine. But what really caught me off guard is Chance the Rapper is in the thumbnail. I don't know if nope, that's gonna take it to the next video. Yeah, Chance the Rapper is in the thumbnail. Um, along with Tory Lanez and TK. Um, now the other two makes a whole lot of sense. Uh, the Chance the Rapper one is the one I'm the most interested and intrigued in But let's find out, shall we, chat?
Rap career is extremely hard to obtain, yet very easy to destroy. One mistake, one bad album, one tweet could start a ripple effect that leads a rapper to fade into irrelevance.
Wait a second. Okay, I think I know where we're going. You know what? I already know where we're going as far as the Chance the Rapper thing. Uh, I'm gonna let him.
So
I'm gonna
today
let him
we are
get
going to
there.
look at the stories of rappers whose careers dwindled for reasons
I'm gonna
they
let him
likely
get
couldn't
there, but
relate
I'm
to,
gonna have a whole
starting with
lot to say.
Superstar Pride, a rapper who had the fastest and most ironic rise and fall of all time. Many of you heard Superstar Pride briefly in 2023 when his song Painting Pictures went viral. However, it wasn't
Oh
necessarily
yeah.
viral for the song, but rather his obscure mullet style haircut. The crazy part about this track is that it was originally uploaded in 2020 and went unnoticed. Then 2 years later, when he uploaded the live mic performance video to Painting Pictures, it also fell on deaf ears. It wasn't until 5 months after the music video dropped, February of 2023, that Pride casually created a TikTok, posted the music video snippet, and it blew up. The first clip he posted got 10 million views. The second one did over 40 million views. Bro got the Sonic haircut. Bro looked like he got screamed at. Bro's haircut was 50% off. Nobody was talking about the song. Just
First of all, 50% off is crazy. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. This is why myself personally, chat, I've developed the method, and shout out to my Brody Isaac for giving me this advice. I've developed the method of the I've developed the what us in the village collective called the post and ghost method. Um I kind of just, you know what I mean, post and I get on. Um you know what I mean? I post what I need to post and I get on. You know what I mean? Do my thug thizzle. Uh, keep it moving and grooving. Cause you know what I mean? It be this whole type of stuff is that, you know what I mean, will really like mess with the psyche of an artist for real. Um it's that and what else was I gonna say? It's that and also what I don't think like people like this don't realize is that I don't even know if I want to give y'all this game like that, but what I don't think you goofies fail to realize is that in you niggas like commenting in these people's comment section, like you're helping with the engagement of their records or whatever. So you know what I mean, or whatever it is that they're posting. You know what I mean, like that because the algorithm is not like basing that shit off of like what you're saying. It's just the fact that you said anything at all is what they're including as engagement. So, you know, something to think about or not think about and just continue doing what y'all do.
hair. Then a viral trend emerged of people imitating his video with something ridiculous taped to the back of their head, which could not be outdone when someone managed to get an entire airplane strapped to their head. The
I'm
opening line,
screaming.
Mama Don't Worry, was also getting stuck in people's heads, which led to the song amassing 160 million streams on Spotify and over 30 million on YouTube.
That's exactly what I'm see. Y'all doing all that chatting and talking shit about folk. Song blew up. Hope you're happy.
Pictures shot up to number 25 on the Billboard Hot 100, and every major
Of
label
course they
got
did.
into a bidding war trying to sign him.
Of course
He
they did.
sided with Steve Stout and his independent structured music label, United Masters.
Of course.
He wanted $5 million from the label. And when he didn't give him $5 million, they offered him $3. He's like, if it ain't 5, I'm not signing it. I'm like, what?
Pride let his ego get the best of him, refusing $3 million for wanting $5 million. 3 weeks after refusing the record deal, he was arrested for murder.
A Mississippi rapper is charged with
murder in
wow. County. 20-year-old Kadarius Pride.
Hello, love. Welcome in.
The victim, Marcus Wheatley, was Pride's barber, likely responsible for his signature hairstyle. Wheatley's grandmother said Pride stormed into their house and gunned him down in the backyard. Currently, Pride is being held without bond and doesn't have a trial set. Nobody knows what happened or why it happened. But a rapper going viral for his ridiculous haircut in February, then allegedly murdering his barber a few months later after denying $3 million.
You know, Um, I'm gonna keep that thought to myself. But I,
is the most insane self-sabotage I have ever seen. And if you thought Pride's story was a poetically ironic form of self-sabotage, meet Chance the Rapper, who once famously said, "I met Kanye West, I am never going to fail," but still
okay,
managed to fail. Chance the Rapper's 2013 mixtape.
this is crazy. An admit video is insane.
Chance the Rapper's 2013 mixtape, Acid Rap, was universally
Oh my
praised by
gosh,
hip-hop
here we
fans.
go.
His raspy voice and sprinkle of soul combined with his youthful, positive energy made this project a masterpiece. Tracks like Cocoa Butter Kisses and Favorite Song have aged.
Which is my favorite song, ironically. Actually, both of those songs are my favorite song off of that Chance the Rapper album, or off of that mixtape specifically, like Chance, by Chance. Uh, yeah, this was the mixtape that really, really turned me into a really big fan of Chance. Um, I'm gonna let Patrick cook though, because I'm definitely gonna have a. I know I'm already gonna have a rebuttal to what he
But
said.
Chance was in no rush to capitalize on his buzz. He worked on his next mixtape for 3 years. He had the whole city of Chicago rooting for him.
Which, as he should, because um, for you consumers of music, time like doesn't mean anything to y'all anymore. Um, which is why y'all are getting you know what I mean. Which is why there's such a huge discourse and argument amongst the vast majority of us in the music community. Um, like you know what I mean, and why we're constantly still having this conversation of like y'all, um, not y'all, but people sitting there wanting niggas to drop stuff every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. Um, but when somebody actually does that, um, like you know what I mean, talking about the lack of quality of that, the lack of quality of that of which they're dropping. And when somebody's dropping something like, especially like with the type of things that like with the type of stuff that like Chance is dropping, like it makes perfect sense to me of why bro is you know what I mean, of why bro is taking time with his music and things of that nature. I definitely feel like more artists should do such thing.
And garnered support from the biggest artists in the world, including Kanye West, who featured Chance on his 2016 album, The Life of Pablo.
Right.
Chance's part on Ultralight Beam is one of the highlights of the project. Coloring Book was his 2016 mixtape that served as the perfect follow-up to Acid Rap. Chance
Best mix, one of the best mixtapes um ever put together, ever done. Um y'all could say whatever the fuck y'all want. That shit won a Grammy, fam. He won a Grammy off of that independently.
cadence, soulful lyrics, and euphoric beat selection was unlike anyone else in hip hop at the time, especially on tracks No Problem and All We Got. He earned a Grammy for Best New Artist, and some people even
Told
believed
you.
he could give Drake a run for his money, but then he blew it. And I'm gonna blow you away when you hear about today's sponsor. Lately, I've been obsessed with fantasy sports. That's where
Holy.
today's sponsor comes in. Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is the easiest way to play fantasy sports, but not just football. You can make picks on baseball, basketball, hockey, UFC.
Get your bag,
Use click the
Patrick.
link below or download Underdog via the App Store and use
Get
code
your bag,
PatrickCC.
Patty boy.
That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code PatrickCC for a first deposit match up to $100. It makes the NFL even more interesting for me, so rep your team and make your picks with Underdog. Starting with a track called Groceries, a corny TikTok song that was heavily marketed on Triller to capitalize on the Whoa dance craze. The song went viral, but when fans criticized it on Twitter, his responses would put a nasty stain on his reputation. People have different tastes, and that's fine, but the way you're talking to fans who have been with you since 10 days disappointing, and that ego reflects on the quality of your newest music.
It's funny how it's super funny to me that like niggas was saying that, but those was the same niggas that like were posting them doing the challenge to the grocery song on their, like, you know what I mean, on their feed. So it's just like it's real ironic that, like, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, like niggas be having some nerve. You feel what I'm saying? Um, Niggas really do be having some nerve. Um, with this stuff, with it just blows me. Anywho,
You are a spoiled child who thinks artists are making music for you. I never intended for you to find or like anything I made. If I knew you existed, I would have tried my hardest to keep you from being able to enjoy it. Now go eat it again. Then Chance over and over again told the fan to eat it. This interaction was a far cry from the positive and wholesome Chance the Rapper fans loved. Then he dropped his debut album, The Big Day, on July 26, 2019. The Big Day was a reference to his wedding day, which he was planning.
okay. And now we can talk about it. So as far as that interaction with that fan, um, let's just address the elephant in the room as an artist. Like, you know what I mean? As an artist, so you know what I mean. Like for a lot of y'all, that's why it be that thing where like it's that whole thing going around where uh motherfuckers want to go around talking about some, oh, never meet your heroes and blah 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 and all this other shit. But it's just like, how do I say this? Um, I mean, really, it's just the biggest thing of where it's just like, uh, y'all got to understand, like, we're still human and we don't always have the best of days either. Um, you know what I mean? And so it's just like, you know what I mean? Like that fan probably, like, you know what I mean? That fan obviously had a lot to say. Um, and that's not even the full context of that whole situation. Like, um, of that whole situation, because like the thing that like Patrick CC, I mean, I get it because he's just trying to make he's just trying to involve the best, trying to include the best parts. Um, you know what I mean? He's just trying to include the best parts to for this, like, you know what I mean? He's trying to include the best parts. Um, he's just including the highlights for the best pacing for this video. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna shit on him for that. Um, But yeah, you know what I mean. Like, bro, obviously wasn't having a good, you know what I mean. Obviously wasn't having a good day, and he said what he said, and you know what I mean. He said what he said, and he felt how he felt at that moment. So you know what I mean. Like, it's just that thing that like y'all gotta realize that, chat. Like, um, it's that thing that I think a lot of y'all be forgetting is that like, um, as artists and entertain, you know what I mean. Like, you know what I mean, as an artist and entertainer myself, like I understand that like y'all like be loving us or whatever. Um and trust and believe like we do love that y'all love us. Um but it also do be them days where just like we do not want to be bothered. Um and I wholeheartedly mean that. Like, you know what I mean? Like it be some of those days where just like we don't, like, you know what I mean? Like it might be like one of them days of where like, you know what I mean? Like where we just like are not feeling it. Um And it's just in that instance where bro caught him on a bad day. Um, and it just so happened that his bad day happened to be on the internet. And so, like, you know what I mean? So it's just that thing now where it's just like where usually Chance has been celebrated for like, you know what I mean? His light and his positivity that he brought to the game. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, crazy how that one bad day, like, you know what I mean? That has had so many of y'all looking at him different. When if it's like, you know what I mean, when if it's Joe at Subway saying the same shit to you, like, you know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? It you know. Let me let Patrick cook on this big day comment because I already know where he's gonna go with it.
During the creation of this album, Chance mentions his wife and family over 20 times on the record, which became a huge meme. And while his intentions were pure, the album simply was not good.
And now I get to cook. Again, like I said, Patrick CC, I fuck with you, my boy. Um, I truly do, but I strongly, and when this album came out, I strongly disagreed then, and I still strongly disagree now. It's so many like motherfuckers that like want to sit there and be like, "Oh, the Big Day was like the worst album, like, you know what I mean, was the worst thing that like Chance could ever have possibly put out," and blah 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 blah, and just like the album wasn't that good, and the album was like you know what I mean, the album wasn't that good, the album was too long, the album was blah 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 blah, all of this shit that y'all had to say about it, but it's just like at the end of the day, um and with some people, I did have, like, you know what I mean? I did attempt to have intellectual conversations about it and be like, okay, well, you know what I mean? Humor me. Like, what, like, based on, like, you know what I mean? The album is bad based on what? And, like, you know what I mean? Everybody's biggest thing is just the fact that, like, you know what I mean? The fact that he just kept talking about his wife so much on the album, where newsflash, my nigga, like that was the biggest thing, like, you know what I mean, that was the biggest moment that had happened at that point in time in his life, and the album is called The Big Day. So what, like, you know what I mean, what else, like, do you think that, what, like, I don't know what else you thought the album was like gonna be about, but at that point in time in his life, him being married was like the, like, you know what I mean, was the biggest thing that happened in his personal life. So, like, you know what I mean? That'd be like one of y'all out there in chat, like, you know what I mean, getting a promotion at y'all job, or even those of y'all watching tomorrow in YouTube land, like that's like, you know what I mean? That's like one of y'all getting a promotion at y'all job, and then, like, you know what I mean, y'all dropping a mixtape called I Got Promoted. And, like, you know what I mean? And then it's just nothing but a bunch of tracks of you talking about you getting a raise at your job, and, like, you know what I mean, you moving into a higher position. Like, you know what I mean? That's just literally all that this was. This was a album of him celebrating um one of the biggest moments in this man's life. And it's just crazy to me that, like, it's not crazy. It's crazy to me, but it's also not shocking that that was the response that he got for this, because it's just like mad funny that, like, you know what I mean, that just proves this point that y'all just like really don't want nobody happy for real. Not y'all here in chat, but like just like when I say y'all, I mean like the public. Like y'all just like really don't want nobody happy for real. And if anybody is happy, you know, you're gonna shit on them. Like you're gonna shit on them for being happy, and like that just really hurts my heart and soul that this man um clearly put his everything into this album, and it just wasn't received the best because of the fact of the subject matter. um yeah, that's super tough. That's super tough because that actually was a really good album. There's a lot of really really good tracks on the on said album. um yeah, there's a lot of really good tracks on said album, and yeah, that shit just blows that that was the response that he got. uh yeah, it just blows that that was the response that he got for the album. You know, man. Shout out to Chance, bro.
Genuinely feeling like a strong zero on this record.
Fans hated the project as well, and were quick to let him know. On Twitter, Chance would block anyone who poked fun at him or said anything negative about the album. With the influx of hate, he responded with extreme measures. I'm getting this crazy feeling that people want me to end it. These desperate tweets combined with his lazy album would lead to him canceling his 32-city arena tour.
Which in that regard, fuck, can you blame him? Y'all niggas turned the biggest moment in this nigga's life to a fucking meme. I wouldn't want to go see y'all on tour either. Me personally, I wouldn't want to go see nobody. I wouldn't want to go see nobody after that. Like, you know what I mean? It's exactly what the fuck I'm saying. This man put his time, his energy, his create, like, you know what I mean? Time, energy, and creative efforts into, like, you know what I mean? Into what he thought, like, you know what I mean? Into what he in his heart feels like was the best, like, product of, like, you know what I mean? Was the best, like, piece of product and work that he could, like, possibly give to us, the people, and niggas shitted on it. Niggas shitted on it. So, like, what is bro supposed to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you think he's gonna go on tour after y'all shitted on this nigga for like months? Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Y'all niggas literally dunked on this man. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all shat on this man and like made fun of this nigga, and then was like, and then gonna have the nerve, because it was them same people that like sat there and made the jokes, were the same people that were like so pissed when they found out the big day tour was canceled. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like I don't blame bro. Like, I would have done the same exact thing. Difference between me is like I wouldn't have blocked those people that said nothing. I just would have just, like, you know what I mean? I would have just left y'all comments there and y'all tweets there just sitting there and have y'all looking dumb. And y'all would have just been having conversations amongst yourselves. The type of dude I am. And then it's that thing of where, like, you know what I mean? When that announcement like would have been made, that would have been the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my response would have just been me screenshotting all of y'all little conversations that y'all had. And just being like, oh, you know what I mean? Talk shit about you for days on end, but then be like, oh, but come see us in the, you know what I mean? But come see us in middle of nowhere, Iowa. Shit crazy.
Saying that he was instead going to focus on spending time with his family, which again sounds understandable,
As he
but it was
should.
a lie. The tour was actually canceled due to, quote, historically low ticket sales. According to his now ex-manager, Pat Corcoran, Chance fired his manager, then blamed him for fan disappointment in the big day and underwhelming fan support for its associated tour.
All right. It's an ex-manager. So, like, you know what I mean? I kind of take some of like those statements with a grain of salt, because like some of that might just be the ex-manager being bitter. Um but again, that goes back to my first, like, you know what I mean? That goes back to my first point. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all niggas shat on the album for months on end, and then like expect me to just like come out on tour so I could, like, you know what I mean? On a tour that I'm like, you know what I mean? It's that thing of where it's like, especially because of the fact that like artists like myself, Chance, Snow the Product, like, you know what I mean? Like, those of us that are like Tech Nine, like, you know what I mean? Those of us that are like actually like true Eric Bellinger, like true independent artists, um, we pay attention to those things. We kind of have to, because there's no like, you know what I mean? There's no label head coming to us being like, "Oh, congratulations, the album is doing this, this, and this." Like, you know what I mean? The album, the EP, the whatever project that you put out is doing this in this country and is doing this in these states. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have no executives on our team doing that for us. Like, we got to pay attention to that stuff ourselves. Um, so, like, you know what I mean? Like, in that regards, like, I'm not mad at bro for that. Um, and again, I don't know how much validity like this point like really holds due to the fact that, like, you know what I mean? It's an ex-manager saying this shit. Um, and mind you, this is a statement from a lawsuit. So, like, bro is just saying whatever it is that he possibly can to like make Chance look any and every old kind of way crazy so that he don't have to pay. So, you know, type shit.
Would go on to file a lawsuit in November of 2020 against Chance the Rapper for breach of contract, stating that he is owed over $2.5 million in reimbursed expenses for supporting and promoting Chance's career.
See what I mean?
$3 million for unpaid commissions and 15% of Chance's net profit across all business earnings. The lawsuit also revealed that Chance started working on his album in February of 2019, which was only 5 months before it was released. His manager knew there was not enough time for the creative process that was involved in releasing an album. Chance's recording efforts were compromised by unproductive and undisciplined studio sessions, procrastination, and lackadaisical effort, which explains why there are terrible lyrics throughout this record. If you blink it, you might miss it. You gotta click it or tick it. Life is short as a midget, but mine's a little LeBron. And how could we forget? Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly with a peanut butter jelly. Y'all ain't ready for the jelly, it'll break your back. Chance let his own ego squander his career. He couldn't just admit that he made his fans wait 3 years for a bad album that was rushed out in 5 months. And the way he responded to that.
Retweet. Eat a dick, nigga. It's so funny to me. It's just so funny to me. And of course, again, because bro is trying to get some, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is it. Remind y'all, this is an ex-manager that said all that shit. So of course, an ex-manager is gonna say anything to like try to get him some bread. Like an ex-manager who was like an ex-manager with a impending lot, like, you know what I mean? Well, there's an impending lawsuit. So like, of course, but like, you know what I mean? Niggas is gonna say that shit. Now, granted, I'm the type nigga I wouldn't have wrote nothing like I wouldn't have went in there and said nothing crazy like that. On the record, but like, you know what I mean? I get it. I completely get it. You know what I mean? I get it. Y'all wasn't fucking with, like, you know what I mean? Y'all wasn't fucking with the peanut butter jelly scheme. Now, granted, I'm not gonna hold you. That's not that's not one of my favorite songs off of the album anyway, and that's not my favorite part off of that song either. But you know, I still think bro did his thing.
Twitter was just childish. From here, all his hype died. On the other hand, if he stepped out of the limelight to genuinely focus on his family, that's respectable. Maybe that's something we should celebrate rather than see as a downfall. But Chance wasn't the only rapper whose Twitter fingers started their downfall. In the case of OG Mako, he pretty much forced everyone to hate him because of his tweets. In 2014, OG Mako had a ton of...
And it's crazy how that becomes like, you can't even put them niggas, like, you know what I mean? You can't even put those niggas' Twitter situations in the same like sphere though. Because, like, you know what I mean? The stuff that, obviously we're gonna get into it, but like the stuff that OG Maco's tweets were legit just like outlandish and like downright damn near heinous shit that like even if this is like your thought process, my nigga, like you should probably keep some of this shit to yourself. Type shit. That's how like yeah, that's how bad it got with this. But
momentum after his song You Guessed It went viral on Vine. This track was unlike anything we had ever heard at the time. Before mumble rap took over, we had OG Mako screaming insane ad libs over the most simplistic, hard hitting trap beat. He had a darker, more rock like aesthetic and even called himself not a rapper, but a rock star. The song reached number 90 on the Billboard Hot 100, and he could even be credited with inspiring many rappers after him. It definitely inspired Keith Ape, who just released a track called Ijima that sounded suspiciously similar. Just listen to them at the same time. OG Mako tweeted, I'm aware of the Koreans that mocked me and took my sauce. I'm not impressed. I'm not inspired. I think it's kind of lame. To each his own. Mako even accused Beyonce
but that's the
of stealing from him in her 7-Eleven music video.
but we want to act like this is the same shit. We want to act like this is the same shit though, right? This man Channel just told a nigga that was hating to eat a dick. This man OG Mako made a blanket statement about a whole race of people. Now, granted, some of them niggas was copying his, like, you know what I mean, was like jacking his swag or whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and downplay it and be like, nah, bro, you just imagine this shit. Like, nah, some of them niggas, like, you know what I mean? Some of them niggas was biting it, like, you know what I mean? Some of them niggas had too much dip on their chip. It was biting the flavor. Cool. But just like some of them statements is crazy. And then on top of the fact that, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Look what bro is saying. Look, first of all, with the yeah,
If you look at them side by side, he may have a point, but Mako was developing a reputation of a bitter, egotistical rapper who complains on the internet. He randomly took shots at his collaborators and label mates, the Migos. Mako felt the need to tell everyone that Skippa da Flippa invented the dab dance that the Migos were using in the song Pipe It Up, to which the Migos replied, "The Flippa man is Migo family. OG Mako, let's see you set a trend." Then Mako said, "Half the rap game has already bit one of my flows or ad libs. Let me see them album sales." Meanwhile, OG Mako has never had a goal.
but we want to act like the shit that Chance did and what this nigga did is the same thing.
Let
Golly,
alone the
man.
dozens of platinum records the Migos have. Then he went after Lil Uzi when Double XL tweeted, "Lil Uzi is rap's newest rock star." He tweeted, "Dude's
Which is a fact, by the way. Well, which was a fact at the time. I mean, niggas can say what they want about the Vert man, but at that point in time, you know what I mean. Vert man, you know what I mean. Big Vert had it going, and like he really, really like. Well, first of all, let's not get it mistaken. First of all, first and foremost, um, you know what I mean. Wiz Khalifa, like you know what I mean. Wiz Khalifa championed the like the whole like rap rock star wave, um, and it was just that thing of where Uzi just championed the next chapter of that, um, type shit. You know what I mean? Like So you know what I mean. Like Mako could be mad about it.
Just become rock stars. Somebody got to show you the way. Stop playing with my name. With a picture of Uzi at an OG Mako show on stage behind him. Then Academic said, "You paved the way for Uzi?" Then Mako replied with dozens of tweets over the next hour trying to explain why he is so influential and Uzi was stealing his songs. He also randomly took shots at Future. "I love Future, but I also understand Future has destroyed countless lives by making it cool to be a drug addict. People
I
can lose their attitudes because this generation has
You really can't make this shit up, bro.
It's y'all's fault all this lame ass shit is possible." Again, he may have a point here, but fans replied to Mako calling him a hypocrite since he raps about the same stuff. But Mako claimed he was dumbing down
Which is
his music to blow up. You guessed it.
exactly what the fuck I be talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Like some niggas just make me laugh for real. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's not luck. It wasn't an accident. I made the dumbest song I possibly could on a beat full of bass and knew it would blow. I manipulated over 40 million minds and counting based on the exact same principles that I'm preaching. Who's more qualified to say this? Now, Mako has always made more conscious, focused music with substantial lyrics.
Like Jason, Michael, Freddie, and Idi Amin. After your civil syllable war, niggas should have been prepped before.
But a lot of his music was just mediocre, boring trap.
Get the cat, get the cat. Get the bag, get the bag. Ay, get the cat, get the cat.
Also, if he claims to be such a genius, why wasn't he able to do it again? During his brief
That's exactly the see. This is why Patrick CC is one of them boys. It's that thing of where, like, you know what I mean. And again, not to keep um fuck it, I do what I want. Because I already know a lot of y'all gonna be in this. A lot of y'all, especially a lot of y'all in the city here, I'm gonna talk about, oh, this nigga just stays gassing up his friends. But you know what I mean. It's just one of the thing of like how it's so possible for like a crew like the Village to be what we are, because that's literally just a crew of musical geniuses that all just decided, you know what I mean, that all just decided to say, you know what, fuck ego, and let's just support and rock with each other and support what each other is doing. Um, and like, you know what I mean, and keep encouraging each other to be great. Um, because it's really that thing of where it's just like, bro, that's my whole thing. First of all, true musical geniuses uh don't have to announce that they're musical geniuses. A. B, like Patrick CC just said, if you're such a genius, why didn't it happen again? Now, granted, you know what I mean? Like, you guessed it, gave you some little emotion or whatever, but like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, you're such this like musical, like, you're such like this musical hip hop savant. Like, nigga, do it again. Just do it again. But go off, twin.
of popularity, Mako consistently released music on SoundCloud, but nothing sounded anywhere near as innovative, fun, or interesting as you guessed it. His downfall was easily due to dissing rappers for absolutely no reason, nonstop complaining on Twitter, and trying so hard to take credit for the success of anyone else. Was he an innovator? Absolutely. But he spent too much time talking about how influential he was on Twitter rather than trying to create a legacy to maintain his career.
That's the other thing too. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? The whole like posting ghost mentality is just like, you know what I mean? You post what you need to post, like, you know what I mean? You post what you need to post, you say the things, um, you know what I mean? Post what you need to post, you say the things, and you get the fuck on. Like, you know what I mean? If it's not Twitch or Kick or any of these other streaming platforms, you know what I mean? Where like you know what I mean, where it's a like you know what I mean, where it's an open like dialogue situation like this, where we can converse back and forth. What the fuck do I look like in an Instagram comment section going back and forth with you? What the fuck do I look like on Twitter going back and forth with you about some shit? What the fuck do I look like going back and forth with you on some on Snapchat about some shit? If you don't get the fuck on, it be that thing, man. Like I be trying not to be that guy. Um, but yeah, that's why a whole lot of this internet shit has turned me into the guy that I am, and that's why I don't like. It's just why I have the mentality that I have towards the internet now. TBH.
But what happens when the reason a rapper blows up is the same exact reason why they had a downfall? On July 26th, 2016, just a few weeks after his 6th.
Yeah, this situation is still nuts. Still nuts.
birthday, SoundCloud rapper Tay-K and 5 others conspired to rob a 17-year-old drug dealer, Zachary Belote. The crew broke into the house around 10 p.m.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more.
Get your money, Pat.
To the house around 10 p.m., and the robbery went wrong, which led to the drug dealer's friend and roommate, Ethan Walker, being fatally shot. Tay-K admitted during the police interrogation that he was not the shooter, but was there looking for drugs and money. He had been released from custody pending the trial and was placed on house arrest with an ankle monitor. For the next 7 months, Tay-K sat in his room, making music, releasing it on SoundCloud, and built up a following. With no money for a lawyer and quickly approaching the hearing for the murder, Tay-K infamously tweeted that he was tired of house arrest and the police were going to have to hunt him down. While on the run from the police, Tay-K was very active on social media. Fans posted pictures and videos of him in public. But Tay-K and his friends were desperate for money. He robbed a 65-year-old man named Skip Pepe at gunpoint in Arlington's Craven Park. He then attempted to rob a cameraman named Mark Anthony Saldivar in a Chick-fil-A parking lot. Mark began screaming for help as he tried to escape. Then Tay-K hit him with the car before getting out, fatally shooting him and driving off. San Antonio police connected Tay-K to the murder.
And then the nigga makes a song about being on the run. Like, you know what I mean? And I know for some of y'all out there in internet land, this was y'all guy for a minute. So let's not sit here and act, you know what I mean? Act shocked now. This man was y'all guy for a cool little minute. But you know, it just it's crazy. It's mad sad. Um, rather than just having the mindset to be productive and just turn you know what I mean, his style of entertainment into a business, he you know what I mean? He tried to take the easy way out. Um and there are consequences for that. And you know, he suffered them tremendously.
Due to surveillance footage and posted wanted signs around the city. Tay-K saw this as a marketing opportunity, posting pictures and videos with the wanted sign. He then dropped a song called The Race on SoundCloud, which essentially told the story of him being a fugitive, robbing and killing people while on the run from the police. After filming and releasing a music video to The Race, Tay-K was captured by U.S. Marshals in Elizabeth, New Jersey. shockingly true story led to the 17-year-old exploding in virality. The race secured hundreds of millions of views on YouTube, reached number 44 on the Billboard Hot 100, and hashtag FreeTakeHay became a movement supported by some of the biggest rappers in the game. He even signed a $700,000 record deal, but none of it mattered because he was behind bars. And in 2019, he was given a 55-year sentence after being found guilty of murder and 3 counts of aggravated robbery. Obviously, TK's down.
Well, chat, you know, but again, in internet land, this was y'all guy. This was the guy. I forgot Travis Scott shouted him out. That was like the weirdest week ever. I'll never forget that. We were on tour and my bass player at the time was like my bass player at the time was like, "You see Travis Scott? Like Travis Scott Travis Scott subtweeted Take K or whatever." And I was like, "Why would he do that?" And I was like, "Why would he do that?" And then he showed me the tweet and I was just like, it's like, well, that's weird. But it is what it is. Not it is what it is, but it's just like bro did what he did, and like I said, his actions caught up to him. Quite quickly.
All could have been prevented if he simply did not commit these heinous acts. But as bad as it sounds, none of us would even know about him if he didn't actually rob and murder people, then make songs about it while mocking the police on the run from the law. Rap fans glamorize this type of behavior because the music is, a lot of the time,
I didn't have nothing.
violent and derogatory.
I just wanted to say, I was going to say something.
Be about it, but the fans won't be the ones sitting in the jail cell. Pooh Shiesty is an example of someone who was heavily rewarded for his violent music. His song Back in Blood, featuring Lil Durk, was essentially a song about killing your enemies. This track would reach number 37 on the Billboard Hot 100 and secured himself as a promising new talent in hip-hop.
He was.
He got arrested. Pooh Shiesty and his crew were at the King of Diamonds strip club in Miami, Florida. Allegedly, Shiesty had money taken from him, which led to major commotion in the club. Security acted accordingly and escorted Pooh Shiesty out of the club, but he forced his way back into the club and accidentally fired a handgun at a working security guard. Pooh Shiesty turned himself in on June 8th, 2020.
That wasn't an accident. I'll just tell you that right now. There's a lot of things that are accidents in life. Chat, but 2 things that will never be an accident. You can't accidentally get a woman pregnant. I'll just say that right now. That's never an accident. If you don't ever accidentally shoot somebody. Now, can you mishandle a firearm? Yeah, but that's still not you don't accidentally shoot somebody. Now, the security guard might not have been the person that he wanted to shoot. But that wasn't an accident.
And had his hearing the following day, where he would be denied bond. He would later be sentenced to 5 years and 3 months in prison on April 20th, 2022. He could have easily just left the club and let others go handle the money situation, but maybe he felt the need to live up to his Back in Blood lyrics. I got my own fire, don't need security in the club. If you haven't noticed, rappers and shootings seem to be a very common trend that leads to their downfall. Tory Lanez is no different. However, many people...
Chat. Oh, chat. Oh
Question if he's
boy.
actually guilty of being
That was really the top thing y'all was talking about on Reddit. This is crazy. Craziness. Craziness.
shooter. In 2020, Tory Lanez was at the peak of his career. His feature on Jack Harlow's What's Poppin' reached #2 on the Billboard Hot 100 while objectively being the best verse. His album, The New Toronto 3, debuted at #2 on the Billboard 200. He broke the record for the most live viewers in an Instagram Live during his quarantine radio show during the pandemic. However, on July 12th, 2020, he was arrested on a felony
New Toronto 3 is a really good project. That's all I'll say.
gun charge while out with Megan Thee Stallion after attending a small party at Kylie Jenner's house. The public was also informed that Megan had cut her foot on broken glass. Then 3 days later, she changed her story to say that she was shot in the foot. Then 1 month later, she said this.
Yes, this nigga Tory shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying. Stop lying.
Social media immediately.
It's crazy how at the time, chat, I'll be honest.
Social media.
Yeah, it's crazy how at the time, chat, as a you know, and I'll admit it, like as an avid Tory Lanez fan, you know, at the point at this moment in time, um, because it wasn't enough, it wasn't enough evidence and things out there. Um, yeah, you know, but you also got to think that like it was because of the way that like she went about it. She went on Instagram Live and kind of like gave the information out. Um, Now hindsight being 2020, um, and me just being the type of nigga that I am, I should have been smarter and should have just like read the room and believed her. Um, but it's just that thing of where like at the time it wasn't enough evidence out, wasn't enough, wasn't enough of the things. So it's just like it wasn't even a thing of where it's just like personally for me, chat. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't that I thought that Megan was lying at all. That was never my thing. Um, as opposed to a lot of other people being like, "Oh, she lying. She just trying to da 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 da," and all this other shit. That wasn't me, and that wasn't my mindset, and that wasn't the mentality that I had. I was just very, very unsure of the entire situation as a whole. Um, it was just really, I was just really, really on some. I don't really know for real, to be honest. Um, and that was just kind of like the mindset and the mentality that I had. Um, with everything. I was just like, I don't know for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't the nigga just like, oh, she's obviously lying. I was like, I don't know. Um, I was like, I don't know. Just because of the fact that like going about it, vis-a-vis social media, like, you know what I mean? Like, was just the only reason why I wasn't sure about it. I was like, if that's the case, why didn't you tell the police? Why are you telling? Like, you know what I mean? Um, that was just my whole thing. Um, Yeah, that was just my whole thing from when I seen the clip first surface on Twitter to, like, you know what I mean, everything else following up after that. I was just like, well, why didn't you, girl, why didn't you call somebody? Hello? Goodness. Yeah, that was more so my mentality towards it, where it was just like my whole attitude was more so like, girl, call somebody. What are you telling us on Instagram for? Call somebody. Hello? Like, if, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was that thing for me. It was just like, if this nigga did it, call someone. Hello? Alert the authorities. And this is me as an active Tory Lanez fan. I was just like, well, like, if he did, tell somebody. Hello? What are you telling me for? I am not the police.
Billy took Megan's side. Tory remained silent about the allegations, but responded with lyrics on his album Daystar. How the fuck you get shot in your foot and don't hit no bones or tendons? How the fuck your team is trying to paint me as a whole menace? Delusional, like how that 1942 from Kylie House still got you talking crazy, as well as also rapping about why he hasn't been nearly as vocal as Meg. Think I'm finna talk about an open case for some likes? Tory Lanez was charged with 1 count of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and 1 count of carrying a loaded.
And that's why. You know what I mean? Like, it, again, the song that he did that on caused a whole stir up and caused the whole thing. But yet and still, like, come on, bro. Like,
registered firearm in October of 2020. Although Tory claimed he was being blackballed by the music industry, his career continued to thrive.
He wasn't, by the way, just so that we're all clear, chat. Nobody in the industry was blackballing Tory Lanez. If anything, Tory Lanez was blackballing himself from, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, Tory Lanez was hurting himself in certain situations, in the certain situations that he talks about. Um, yeah. As somebody who knows people who have like actually been blackballed from shit, um, yeah,
albums independently, which would all garner hundreds of millions of streams. He received praise from LeBron James as well as dozens of other mainstream acts. Fans believed if it wasn't for this case, he would have been toe-to-toe with the biggest rappers in the game. But once we finally got the information from this trial, we would end up with more questions than answers. On July 12, 2020, Tory Lanez, his bodyguard Megan Thee Stallion, and her friend Kelsey Harris were attending a small gathering at Kylie Jenner's house. Megan testified that she lied to the police about the glass, lied to doctors, and basically lied about the entire situation out of fear. Her news story was pretty simple. She said that they had an argument, she exited the car, Tory leaned out of the passenger side door, said, "Dance, bitch," and shot her from 25 feet away in the back of the foot. Then Tory ran up to her apologizing, and she got back into the car so they could give her a ride home. The cops arrived when the neighbors reported the gunshots. Tory chose not to testify and defend himself, which he would later regret. Kelsey, Meg's friend, testified that Tory was trying to hook up with Kylie Jenner, and Meg tried to convince him to leave the house. Meg was upset that Tory didn't want to leave, so she got into the car with Kelsey and drove almost all the way home before realizing she forgot.
which in that instance, really, really makes sense for real. Chat, I'll just be honest. Um, just as far as, like, you know what I mean? Speaking from speaking from the viewpoint and the vantage point of a nigga that's had to been that nigga, that's had to, how do I say this? That's had to be the guy, that's had to be the nah fuck that, let's go home ass nigga. Um because it's that thing of where personally, and it's just that thing of where, like, personally for me, um women 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 be knowing. So it was probably a situation or an instance of where Tori probably like said something crazy to Kylie. Kylie probably gave Megan like a look or whatever. Um, and you know what I mean? In true female fashion, like how y'all do, probably that thing where Meg was like, you know what I mean? It's probably that thing where Meg was like, man, come on, Tori, like, let's go home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, Tori, let's be out. Like, you know what I mean? Type shit, type situation. Um, and that was what that was on that. As far as that's you know what I mean? As far as that's concerned with that situation. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah.
Her slipper and went back to Kylie's. They grabbed Tori the second time after Kylie allegedly told them to leave. In the car is when Tori admitted that he and Megan had been in a
See. Uh yeah. And that's the shit that, you know what I mean, we found out later. Um Once more about the case was brought out. Um and then at that point, like, you know what I mean? Like, now it's to the point of where it's just like, now it's that thing of where it's like, now um the owner of the house, aka Kylie Jenner, like, now she's asking y'all to leave. Um so now the situation is like going from, like, you know what I mean? So now the situation is going from, hey, I think we should leave, to like, now, like, you know what I mean? Now the situation has gone from, hey, I know you want to stay, but like, we kind of got to get out of here, to now the situation is now, hey nigga, they don't want us here anymore. So like, now we gotta go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like not even like, you know what I mean, chat? Like, you know what I mean? Like, now staying is not even an option, type shit. Um, and then of course, like, later down the line, we find out you know what I mean? There was a little bit more going on betwixt these two individuals, um, on the intimate side of things. Um, with which just really, really, really makes, it just makes the boy look a whole lot worse. Um, like, you know what I mean? It just makes the boy look a whole lot worse in this instance. In these instances, like, you know what I mean? The stuff that you said in the song, um, are now looked at in bad taste. Um, all of y'all that was on Twitter and Instagram talking, like, calling, like, you know what I mean, calling this girl a liar and all of this other shit, like, you know what I mean, like, now all of y'all look crazy. It just, you know, that's why it was that thing. It was some, you know what I mean. I knew from jump that I wasn't gonna say anything until all information possible came out. Um, yeah, until all information possible came out. And then, you know, this is what happened.
Relationship. Kelsey was shocked because Megan was the one who hooked up Tori and Kelsey in the first place. Kelsey also admitted that this was not the first time Meg had backdoored her when it came to men. Now we have a love triangle, and this is how the argument started. But Kelsey pleaded the fifth when it came to speaking about anything regarding the gun or shooting. The government offered her immunity, so she couldn't be charged with any crime even if she admitted to it. She still refused to speak. There was one witness, Sean Kelly, who saw the altercation from his balcony after being awoken by the arguing. Sean said he witnessed Kelsey get out from the back seat, open the front passenger door, and start physically fighting Megan in the front seat. He also said that the muzzle flash from the gun was closest to Kelsey. Much of his testimony was ignored because he couldn't identify the people by name since it was dark. He only said big man, small man, and two women. Nobody admitted to hearing the words dance bitch besides Megan. There was gunshot residue on Kelsey's hands and Tori's hands. Also after this night, Kelsey and Megan stopped being friends after being best friends for 7 years. When Tori was initially jailed, he called Kelsey and apologized multiple times to her.
And I think that's the part, chat. That's the part of the situation that like people kind of tended to kind of gloss over, but like kind of should have. I'm not saying you should have had like this like deep ass like, you know what I mean, intellectual ass like conversation about it. But it's just that thing where just like, oh yeah, and now Tori and her friend Kelsey aren't friends anymore. Yeah, nigga, she found out that you know what I mean. Like she found out that this dude that she was like liking on or whatever, like fucked her friend. Like I don't know how that works in a lot of y'all's world, but for like a lot of women out there, like that shit is not gonna fly for real. Like you're not just gonna fuck somebody who you supposedly like love and care about and fuck with. All words that he used, by the way. Um, you know what I mean? You're not gonna do that to somebody that you allegedly feel this way, like feel these ways about. Um, like, you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna have this person that you allegedly feel these ways about, and then turn around and fuck her best friend and think shit is gonna be like all dandelions and roses. You know what I mean? Like this shit not gonna. It's not how that shit gonna work, buddy. Sorry.
He's probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but bruh, I just want you to know, I was just so drunk. I don't even know what was going on. I'd never do some shit like that. Regardless, that's not gonna make anything right, and that's not gonna make my actions right. But I'm deeply sorry for that. I never even moved like that at all. People speculated Tori was apologizing for sleeping with both of the women and causing chaos. Others see this as an obvious admission of shooting the gun. Some people think it was Kelsey who was angry and shot Megan. Some people think Megan was the one who accidentally shot her own foot. Some people think that Kelsey pleading the fifth was her attempt to try to save both of them. But at the end of the day, the jury decided he was guilty. And because of that, Tori was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, chat. You know, chat. I just. In instances like that, it just like I don't even have nothing to say about that shit for real. I definitely will say W video from Patrick CC though, for real, for real. Um, Definitely from the man Patty Pat CC. do this. Template. Empty. Bring the clip back. Empties. You asked the shitty boss, so they sent me, dog. Speaking of which, actually, where? Okay. So let's see. Cool. Meh. What? Oh yeah. Somebody just followed me on Threads. Shout out to you, whomever you may be. That's what? 96? Bet. 96 was a decent year. That's when my sister was born. Shout out to my baby sister. Whoops. Love you, shorty, wherever you're at. She probably gonna watch this like 2 months later, knowing her. It's all love on this side, regardless. And go up 6 more. Bada boom. Bada bing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, chat. Oh yeah, I finally got a track that. Oh my gosh. I'll figure out what I want to name it after I write to it. But for now, chat. Oh my goodness. Of course, you would want me to name it that. Oh my goodness. Superior. My left never mind. Anywho. Nah. None of those really fit. None of those really fit. But we are gonna. I ain't say nothing about not agreeing. I just simply said, of course, you would name the song that. All I said. Or you would want the song to be named that. that's gonna sound crazy. Yeah. Let's not do that. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. Now it's uh-huh. There it is. On my mama phone. La 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 la. No. Sorry, chat. No. No. No, definitely not any of those. Yeah, nah. That ain't it. All I'm gonna say is if y'all not dirty wine into this when it comes out, we're gonna fight. It's definitely a fightable offense, is all I'm gonna say. Ew, no. Gotcha. Bada boom. I guess a two-step is acceptable. I'll allow a two-step, I guess. Oops. You don't know how to dirty? Crazy. That's bananas. Y'all don't got no Caribbeans and Indies? Well, never mind. I answered my own question. I answered my own question. Moving on. The way how I was about to be like, y'all don't got no, and then literally mid sentence, I was like, well, I see. I already knew that was the answer. It's crazy because I knew that that was the answer, and you know, because I mean, why would y'all? It gets cold over there, so you know. That. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Don't know why that was up there, but you just trying to start something is what you're doing. That's what it sounds like to me. Mm-hmm. Hey. Ah. And that's just simply how it's done, chat. Quite simply. Oh my goodness. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Mhm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Let's see. G sharp. G sharp probably a major. It might be a minor. We'll find out. I might move it down to a G just for. Mm-hmm. 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 Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you're ugly for that. Ah. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Uh-huh. 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 What was the... An 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Oops. Cool. Wait, 3. 3, 4. Zero. Cool. 3. Zero, 1, 2. 7. All right. We're gonna do this. Well, I don't know. I just feel like that's just making it too reggaetoni. That's just giving it too much of a reggaeton vibe. Excuse me, at this point in time, and this is more definitely like a, what is the word? Afrobeat. like reggae pop type of situation, as opposed to nah, son. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Nope. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Mm-hmm. Bada boom. And bada bing. Reverb. Reverb. Mm. Do that. Yeah, yep. Let me get. There it is. Eh. Oops. Eh. Eh. Bada boom. We're not gonna do that. Do nothing too crazy for the bass. There. That doesn't sound as good. Because now we gotta. I was wondering. There it is. I hate that it does that. With a burning passion. There it is. Mm-hmm. Alright. And the reason I tucked that back is because obviously we're gonna put an 808. Give it some of that. Give it some of that va-va-voom. tired. Hold on. There it is. Like I always say, for you producers on YouTube that might have stumbled across this part of the video, tune your 808s, children. Y'all youngins want to be wondering why y'all 808s sound like dog water and dookie butt? That's why. See how this 808 is in the key of F? You notice that our bass is in the key of F? Tune your 808s. You're welcome. Free game from yours truly. Well, the tune of 1, 2, 3. Then it will be out of tune. That's what. Oh my god. So always that one person that just wants to dare to be different. Ah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I realize I just killed y'all. It's an assassination. We're not gonna do no distortion. It's not even that kind of beat. I'm just gonna give it some punch. Mm-hmm. 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 I really do like that verse a lot. That's you know, it's gonna do the things. Sorry to my headphone users. I know y'all probably listening to that like, what the hell? Say, bro. To pecan, oh, pecan, pecan, oh. Okay. Man, I might have to ban that word from being used in this chat. Y'all don't even want to know what button I was actually pushing. I'm gonna leave that up to y'all's imagination. Just leave y'all to wonder. Uh-huh. 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 Hmm. Cool. 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 Well, let's do that. Throw your back. You know what? Live your livables, my sweet. Okay, we know what that sounds like. And that should sound like this. Mm-hmm. 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 Boom. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Motherfucking. Huh? Well, let's do that. Um, cool. That's what we'll do also for the second half. That'll be the first time we'll introduce the Gweeter. Another idea. We're gonna take this bass out for that second half. For the second half of the back half, just to give it a different feel on the bottom. That's what she said. Cool. Well, I mean, oh, my mama flip phone. That's what I do. this and deep, then deep, then deep, then deep, then deep, then deep. I can't give y'all too much of my dirty sauce. Cause then y'all gonna be trying to go to Berlin's birthday ball, trying to steal all my moves and shit. Mm-hmm. Two things. So the back half of this first verse, we're gonna do that. And then also again, shout out to Kenny Beats for this idea. And then take this here. Bada bing. Now, granted, we're doing things different every 4 bars, but like also that being down there, that you know what I mean? That snippet from that meditation sound. Just gives everything in the beat purpose. Because like you know what I mean? Like once I do everything and like get all the sounds and like not get all the sounds, but like get all of everything together. um yeah, get all of everything together and you know what I mean? Once I get all of everything together, hold on 1 second. Watch it like I know what is happening. I'm going learn it one day. Okay. See, this is the kind of chat we have, ladies and gentlemen. This is what lack of sleep looks like. This is lack of sleep, internet. Lack of sleep. Someone needs a nap and maybe some juice. Ain't no way. This girl said the 1, 2, 3, and the. Okay. All right. Shma. Just shma. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I don't even know what else to say. Let me completely forget what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So with that, um, you know what I mean? The record is basically gonna yeah, the record's gonna basically have more um impact, more of a vibe to it. Um and it's just gonna have like that one extra thing that's gonna like um one draw you guys as a listener in, um and you're not even gonna like, well, you're gonna realize why now because I'm telling you. um but for those that are gonna be like, for those that are gonna be like tuned into this, they're gonna be like, yeah, that one song with Bambi featuring such and such, like, you know what I mean? Like that little calypso sounding joint, that joint is fire. I don't know why I like it so much. And like, you know what I mean? And then you, as a member of the Cozy Clubhouse, as a Cozy Clubhouse, so you're gonna be like, oh, I know. I'm not gonna tell you, but I know. And then you know what I mean? And then it's gonna be fun, and you're gonna have your little, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a whole situation and a vibe, type beat, type shit. Is that right? Is that right? Um, chat. It's about that time, loved ones. Um, it is Tuesday. Um, I know last Tuesday we went to go see Christine. Uh, Christine, for those of you guys that don't know. Um, again, shout out to Christine again for the shout out. Um, that is absolutely lots of love. You know what I mean? Roots for you, doing the roots. Um, just thank you for you and you know what I mean. Thank you for you being you, uh, and all you and the things that you do. Uh, type beat, type shit, and but yeah, really, in all honesty, we're gonna get ready for Friday. Um, Friday is gonna be a pretty action packed stream. Um, we're gonna have some more reactions to get to. Um, and all that jazz. Let me not forget to do this. Cool. Took care of that. Yeah. Friday we have some more reactions to get to, and things of that. Also, if you guys are not you guys are not tuning in to what we have going on, and for those of y'all that might be watching this a day later, that's the Spotify link right there. It will also be in the comments, of course, on the YouTube channel, Cozy Clubhouse TV. And again, if you're watching this on Cozy Clubhouse TV, come on over to Twitch, gang, or the Kick. Come hang out with us. Kick.com or twitch.tv/BVMB1_47. Come hang out with us, come do the things. You know, come hang out with us, come do the things. Or even if you're not that much of a chatter for real, and you just feel like popping in and lurking, that is also welcomed as well. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna put no you know what I mean? Like nobody's putting a gun to your head forcing y'all to stick around and stay here. But it is much appreciated that you pop by and you do the things, and you show up and show love. Type B type shit. What else? 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 Oh yeah, follow me on the socials, Twitter and Instagram at KingJojo_93. Those are the platforms that I'm the most active on. That'll keep you connected with everything that we have going on. Um, in that form, in that regard. Um, and if you are following on Twitch, um, the schedule is the schedule, and things of that nature. Uh, and what who's it and what have yous galore. Also, the point of why I brought up also the point of why I brought this up. We have a demo dropping this. We have an R&B demo dropping this Friday, which we will be reacting to and doing a live breakdown here on the channel. So that'll be the thing. Also, if you are not a member of the Clubhouse, you know what I mean, come join us in the Discord. That's the link to the Cozy Clubhouse. Come in, come have fun with us, come hang out, be a part of the cool kids, and you know what I mean. Join us in all of our tomfoolery and shenanigans. Just again, as my big sister Kiwi on the sticks would say, just hashtag don't be weird, because you know. Okay, and then see, according to people like my wonderful mod here, it's that word in there. Oh my god. You know, become a streamer, they said. Makes for better engagement, they said. Uh, well, he. Anywho, yeah, it's a good time in there though. Um, everybody is very much cool for the most part. Yeah, just don't be a fucking weirdo. That's all we really ask. Because if you act like a weirdo, we're gonna kick you the fuck out. And what who's it's and what have yous galore, and things of that nature. And yeah, that Friday stream, we're gonna react to the Me Too project, along with other reactions as well. Because I'm very, very sure that, you know what I mean. Obviously, it's gonna be a Friday, so it's gonna be a lot of you know what I mean. It's gonna be a lot of stuff that drops. Of course. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of things that drop. It's gonna be a lot of there's two game trailers that I really want to get to reacting to. Of course, especially the one being the one, you know what I mean. The one being the biggest one being the GTA 6 trailer for sure. We gotta react to that, and we gotta react to that and talk about it, of course. And Yeah, we got to react to that and talk about it, of course. And there's either two others or one other that we got to get to. And of course, I said, you know what I mean. Of course, it'll be Friday, so new music will have dropped. New singles and stuff to look forward to listening to. But the big bulk of the stream is going to be the breakdown of the album. And the reaction / breakdown of the not album, the demo. Yeah, and, talk about some other stuff that we have coming. Yeah, and some other things that we got planned for this extremely cozy and comfortable and magnificent holiday season. Yeah, man, it's the holiday season, man. So, if you and your peoples are on good standing, spend some quality time with your peoples. Hug and love on your folks. If your folks do live close, or if you do live close to your folks, yeah, yeah. I just had the biggest brain fart right now. Yeah, man. So be tuned in for that. Um, yeah, man. Said the things. I said the things already. Oh, and also, you know what I mean. If you hit the, you know what I mean. If you hit the link, you know what I mean. If you hit the Bam Tunes link, um, the Hills Highway demo is out right now. So you know what I mean. You could go get that, stream that, listen to that. Talk. Well, you know what I mean. We'll probably do a little. We'll probably do a little mini breakdown to a couple of tracks off of that. Like one or two, especially two in particular, two records in particular off of there that we definitely need to do a lyric genius level breakdown for. And then yeah, man, we got a lot to look for. It's gonna be a very, like I said, it's gonna be a very, very action packed stream on Friday. So for those of you guys watching this a day later, come through. Make sure you're there for that. At kick.com and or twitch.tv/BVMB1 _47. We'll be live here at the Cozy Clubhouse, live and in effect. You know, We'll be here to get our groove on. And we'll be here to get our groove on and groove it out on a Friday. Yeah. Other than that, I am gonna leave y'all beautiful people to it. Yeah, man. Make sure you're there on Friday. For the Friday stream. If that's absolutely not enough in the meantime, in between time, Twitter and Instagram, where you can find me if you can't get you know what I mean, if you can't get enough of looking at my face. And if that is also not enough, that's also not enough, and or if this is your first time seeing my face, hi, hello, my name's Bambi, and especially if you're watching this on the Red app, you know what I mean? Especially if you're over there watching this on the Red app a day later. I have a series that's also on the Cozy Clubhouse TV channel that's called the Showstopper TV series. Tune into that. You're welcome to start from the season finale and go backwards, or do like somebody else I know does and just bounce around and watch random videos. I'm not gonna put your business out there, but nigga, you know who you are, and you are a strange individual for that. Um, I still love you though, my nigga, and thank you for tuning into what it is that we do. Watch, she gonna see this and be like, watch, she gonna see this and be like, hey man, I just watch them how I feel. I just watch them joints based on how I feel. Yeah, all right, buddy. Whatever you say, bro. Yes. There's that. Yeah. Or you could watch them from season 1 to now, you know what I mean? To now, to see just the difference in, you know what I mean? Just to see the difference from season 1 to season 2. As far as the Showstopper series is concerned. Yeah, man. And then for whatever reason you've been missing the streams, you know what I mean? The variety show channel will definitely keep y'all tuned in to what all of these VODs have been entailing, and other things like that. So it's technically like, you know what I mean? You seen the stream, it's technically a way for you to like still kind of semi-technically be a part of the stream with just giving y'all a place to catch the rewind of the streams, if you will. Because as we know, it's definitely been different on the Twitch side of things. On the Twitch side of things, as far as how they're handling VODs now and things of that nature. I'm not complaining, Twitch. I'm just saying, stuff has been a little bit different. And then y'all was out here. Y'all was definitely out here blocking blessings. As far as the multi-stream thing, but we're glad that that situation got settled and rectified. Because it's definitely that thing for a guy like me that I just want to spread what it is that we do to as many platforms as possible. And I just feel like limiting limiting the brand to just one platform didn't seem fair. But again, that situation has since rectified itself, and now they're allowing us to multi-stream. You know what I mean? They're allowing us to multi-stream again. So, ha! Oh my goodness. All that being said, love y'all. Ooh, I love y'all. I'll see y'all either in the Discord or around on these Twitch or around in these Twitch streets, or I'm not gonna say that third one because I'm trying to be better at making that joke because some niggas don't like it, but that's not why I'm gonna stop making the joke. But I'm gonna stop making the joke just because it's kind of in bad taste in some instances. Yeah. Like, don't be a stranger if you see me in somebody else's Twitch chat, or you know what I mean. If you see me in the Discord, whether it be my own or in somebody else's Discord, don't be afraid to say hello. Just don't be an Akko Taco. That's all I ask. I'm one of them niggas that I don't handle people being awkward well. As a socially awkward individual myself, I don't know how to handle other people being awkward very, very well. I'll just be honest with you. So, you know what I mean? That's the only instance where it's not a you thing, it's a me thing. This girl. Hello. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, because I technically I did say if you see me in the on that note, I will leave y'all. I love y'all. Drink water, eat your fruits and vegetables. Hug your mama if she's around and if y'all have a good relationship. Remember that what you are looking for is not outside you. It never has been, and it never will be. And fifth, but most importantly, do remember that we are here, we are many, we are dope, and we are different. We are, and we always will be Club Bambi. I love each and every one of y'all. And that's been another installment. Peace. Okay, bye.